Jen, thanks for taking some time to get on a call with me quick here. I guess, as you know, Lena Winslow is undertaking a pretty large stadium remodel project where we're going to improve the track field, practice field, field events area of the track. And then also the plan is to add a field turf field. So there's a lot of questions about field turf. And so you came to mind, from our group as far as, people that are actually living on it day to day. So not only did you graduate from Lena, but also you're playing on turf right now at Iowa. And I was just hoping to rattle some questions at you just to get your feedback on what you think. So first off, thanks for getting on the call. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on.
Luckily, I caught you on a bye week, right?
Perfect timing,
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good, right? And I love the hair, by the way. Keep that rocking. So a couple questions. So how does the consistent playing surface of the turf affect your performance compared to like a grass field like you would have played on in high school? Because correct me if I'm wrong, Iowa is all turf. So practice fields and the stadium is all turf, right?
Yeah, so our stadium is turf, and then our indoor facility is turf, and then both of our outdoor fields are turf.
Okay.
And I think that turf is like way better than grass because like last weekend I went out and played on a grass field, and it was like probably the worst grass I've been on my whole life. I just couldn't get a grip, and I was slipping. I had to put on my 5-stud cleats or whatever they're called, and it would have been nice to be able to wear my normal turf cleats, but I had to wear those, and I kept slipping and stuff, and that's kind of how it always goes with the grass fields that I play on.
Yep. And probably just from a predictability standpoint, if you're practicing on the field turf, you can kind of read how the ball's going to bounce, what the cuts look like from anybody that's running the ball, those kind of things. Is that true?
Yeah, if I touch the ball, something went wrong really bad. But like when I'm pulling out, like today I pulled out field, and I always know like how hard I can push off the ground that it's not going to slip out from under me, when I pull, which is really nice and like helps me play a lot faster.
Well, just thinking out loud, but like weather-wise, if it's raining, it pretty much, maybe a little slipperier, but it pretty much kind of still feels the same, right?
Yeah, honestly, it doesn't change at all for me. Like if it rains, it's a little bit, like it's a tiny bit more slick, but it's nothing like major at all for me playing at line. So,
well, and just rattling again here, but thinking about, we're getting into some colder times. So in high school, late playoff games or even state game would have been on field turf, but later playoff games, if you're on grass, you hit the ground, it's like concrete.
It's hard, yeah.
Yeah, and fields around here mostly it's a clay mix. They're not real heavy sod or anything like that, or laid in sod. It's just grass, right? You don't really have that same effect. No doesn't matter how cold it is, that field turf still feels the same for the most part, right?
Right.
Okay. What do you think about slips, trips, injuries as a result of the field turf? Any opinions there, or do you see guys, that maybe, you mentioned you played on a grass field last weekend. Is there any more or less injury? Guys feeling more beat up? Just opinion, obviously.
Yeah, I think the main thing is like sometimes bigger guys have like ankle issues where like I've definitely rolled my ankle a couple times, and I noticed that like on grass, especially if it's not nice grass, that my foot will slip out, and sometimes I kind of hurt my ankle a little bit, or I get like instability, even though I already taped my ankles also like on top of that. And like a lot of the other guys in the line have kind of the same issue where if you can't get a perfect grip down, like if it's a grass surface, sometimes you kind of tweak your ankle a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And slip, right? Especially when we talk about rain and those kind of things.
Right.
So that's a big deal. I guess anything else that you would want to add as far as turf or anything you're thinking that way, or I'll let you get back to doing your thing in Iowa, I guess.
Yeah, I think that kind of in general, turf allows you to play faster too, just in general, like with the kind of give that the ground has. And obviously it's always consistent. So you always have like a consistent training that's going to allow you to be like the same speed because you're not as fast on grass as you are on turf.
Cool.
Which is kind of nice too.
So would you say the turf is like Hay Bale King endorsed, or where are you at on that?
Yeah, I would say so. I'd much rather play on turf than grass. Yeah.
Well, good. Anything else to add?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, we'll see you next time you're back in Lena. And I've always got a haystack burger for you. You know that.
Let's go.
And we appreciate you getting on and talking to us a little bit, because as we're doing some research, this is just good feedback. And you're living on it day in and day out, especially now that you're in season. Obviously, we appreciate you taking the time because we know you're a busy guy. And we wish you the best of luck this fall. And we hope to see you next time you're in Lena.
Appreciate it. I'll be back in December.
Okay, brother. Thank you very much.
Yep. See you, Ross.
All right. See you, brother.